Yeah, hi everyone. I'd like to do a little video on my 1992 Gulfstream Conquest limited edition. Um, the inside of this thing was completely terrible, rotted away. The roof had a lot of damage. Everything above my head was pretty much leaking, rotted away, moldy, everything in that respect. So what I've done is I've pretty much taken out most of the entirety of all the interior. A lot of the paneling, a lot of the insulation, a lot of the foam board, everything just, over the years had really decayed and is just completely gone. So what I've done is I've rebuilt most of the interior myself. Rebuilt most of the furniture, built a new cabinetry, new doors, a whole new floor structure, new ceiling structure, and just a few little details that I think are really neat, and I thought maybe you guys would like to really see the same detail and kind of see some of the things that I've built. I'm not really an expert by any means, but I do enjoy woodwork, and I just like to really share it with everybody. So this is a little of the progress that I've made. I made some window treatments out of just some yellow pine lumber, stained. I think it is. It's a minwax stain. I'm pretty sure it is Colonial American, or I believe that's what it is. And on these treatments, along this back edge, you can see where the wood, sits along the aluminum trim. I actually had to used a router table and take almost 3/8 of an inch off just the edge of the board, maybe an inch in, to get the treatment just kind of sit flush and really have a really nice edge once it all meets up. I mean, it has a really smooth transition. Turns out really nice. I have some little small corner pieces that I'll be installing and trying to get those in there in the next few weeks. I think they're here somewhere. I had them somewhere in here. Can't exactly remember where I may have put them, but they're around somewhere. Oh yeah, here they are. They're actually right here. Yeah, they're going to kind of sit in these corners, kind of like so, and just kind of fill in a little bit of that gap. I mean, I'll have to do a little final sand and things to get it all kind of match up, but that's kind of what they're going to look like. And as far as the cabinet is concerned, not sure I'm sticking with the green. Thinking about more of a kind of a blue tint, kind of match the original interior. The seats are in perfect condition. This rig only has about 60,000 miles on it, so it's in perfect condition, aside from the terrible pink carpet that is still in part of it, but I'll be taking care of that soon. And this cabinet is all built out of poplar, all hand built by myself. I had to put my main hub of all the breakers and all the controls there, so I can get to everything pretty easily. And actually have a really fancy wooden door that I built for that. And here's this is where my power cord comes in. I tried to reroute everything, rewired it all. It originally had the 4-person booth in this area, and I removed the booth and the table. The table would have been kind of mounted on the wall over here, and had the booth with the aluminum frames and the storage underneath. This thing was actually in the booth, and there was the gas heater was back in behind there, and I had to remove all that junk. I completely removed the entire propane system from the motorhome. There'll be no propane whatsoever. I'm going to run fully electric on everything. I never use it for that fact. I'm always at a campground, always at a state park. I'm never somewhere where I'm going to boondock and need any propane for any reason. I took out the original oven and cooktop. It was actually new. It was only maybe less than 10 years old, maybe been used one time. Still had the paperwork inside the oven, so it was in perfect shape. So I actually rebuilt the cabinet on top, as you can see here. Found this Ooster French door convection oven. The thing will actually cook anything you want to cook, and remove the microwave. We don't use it at all. Made this really nice trim to go above the top. Just kind of clean everything up a little bit, and still got a little bit of fine work to do on some of the wood, but other than that, everything's kind of coming along. Remade all these doors. They're just from Lowe's. They're just like the big shelving furniture panels, and I just cut those down, and then, you know, kind of made just a nice little, if I can get a focus in there, nice little finished edge on all of them, and I mean, they're just kind of stained inside and out. I think they'll look pretty nice. I mean, they're gonna serve their purpose well. They're better than the original like press board that was in here that was just terrible shape. I mean, they were all warped and broken off, just terrible cabinets. On this side, I actually remade the edges. You can see the board here. I kind of remade that board. Applied some oak wood here. All this wood comes from actually just pallets. I'm in the construction business, so I come across a lot of pallets, and a lot of these things are made from those pallets. So you can kind of see those, and have an edge here that I remade that edge board. Then it goes into around the door. All this was kind of rotted away and gone, and remade all wood there. Found this really nice kind of antique style paneling board at Lowe's. As you can see, it was on the wall behind me, and it really makes a nice wall treatment here. You can see I framed the window on this side, the same. Now, as far as the flooring goes, the original OSB was in fair shape, not really bad. You can still see a little bit of black over there in that corner. But I have, on this floor, these are all the same oak boards that you see here. Those same pallets, I cut those things up into about 13 to 16 inch pieces. They're all milled, jointed, planed, cut down on my table saw, chop saw. Everything is, for the most part square. A few still have a little angle to the ends, and it's really not that bad. It works with kind of the style of floor I was going for. If I could find one, I would show you. Yeah, you can kind of see there's still a few little gaps in the flooring here and there, and it's not completely perfect, but that's really the look we were going for. Don't really want it to be perfect. I'm gonna go over with an epoxy once it's all done. So I'll be smooth and perfect and kind of give a little flat finish. But you can see as it works back toward the bathroom area, I mean, I still have the shower is still a disaster. Most of the bedroom is still a work in progress. I mean, I've not really made it to that area so far. I'm gonna rebuild the countertop in here. But as far as the plan for the countertop goes, I actually have some hard maple that has been in dry storage for 30 years, and this stuff is beautiful, amazing wood. It's quilted maple is really what it is, and I'm going to be rebuilding the countertop in here out of it. I'm going to put it probably 3 separate boards, and they're all going to be joined together and make one really beautiful countertop. I'm going to have a bar that runs from kind of this area here all the way across to behind the driver's seat. And I'll have a pedestal on the end to kind of hold that up, and it'll be attached to the wall. As far as the little fireplace you see here, it's going to have a really nice maple cabinet built around that, and it's just kind of going to be freestanding. I'll actually make a place where I can kind of sit it under the bar when it's not being used, and in the warmer months we really just won't even take it with us. It'll just kind of be an afterthought. Maybe we can mount it somewhere where we can just look at it in here, But the stairway, it needs a little bit of work still. Haven't got that far yet. I actually have cedar wood cut to replace the nasty yellow that you see on the door there. Oh, another really cool thing, something I made for the light switches is actually dark walnut. Beautiful color. This is all handmade. Actually, just cut the little hole out. Use Forstner bits kind of offset for the screws, and I mean, it really makes a really nice look over top of the original little aluminum covers that go. The fridge that's in here is actually just a few years old. The fridge isn't really in bad condition. Perfect. It runs it all. It's been converted, runs all electric, no propane there. So, yeah. Oh, the water heater is another thing that has been converted over to electric. Not real sure how that's going to work for me yet, but I'm hoping that it gives enough water, for like one shower, maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes, another shower. It's my wife, myself, my son, and my daughter. So I mean, there'll just be four of us. For the most part, most places we camp do have, you know, facilities that we'll most likely use and kind of, you know, keep our, you know, our tanks clean and empty and not really have to worry about, you know, doing a lot of clean out things when we go to camp. But other than that, that's the progress I have now. I'll make another video to update as the progress goes on. As I get a little farther along, plan to maybe take the carpet out today. I'm actually building a pull-out sofa here. Oh, excuse me, pull-out sofa bed. The original jackknife couch in here was just all to pieces, just completely destroyed and bent and warped, and just not really worth reusing. Since I have this storage door from the outside, I'm going to build, the couch is kind of going to go around this area, come out 2 feet, go, you know, 65 or so inches, and be about 14 to 16 inches tall. And I'll, you know, I cut my own foam cushions, so the covers, all that. You know, so it's really not a worry on that thing. But yeah, it's coming along great. I'll try to make a video from the original, like the day I brought the motorhome home. I'll try to get a video of that together, and see. Yeah, I'll really try to put a video together on all this stuff. I have hundreds and hundreds of pictures I've taken of this thing. So I'll put all that together in a video to kind of show everybody what's going on, what I started with, what kind of shape it was in. It's been an adventure. I would say I'm maybe, at the most, I'm going to say I'm maybe $2,000 in on the entire renovation, and that's going to include, I mean, some repair on that AC, a lot of things I've, you know, changed and done. So I'm going to have to put some new tires on. That's going to be a big expense. So I'm looking at maybe $5,000 altogether. I mean, on a, you know, 20-foot RV like this, that's, you know, as old as this thing is, being a 92 model, $5,000 is really not out of this world. I actually inherited the thing from my sister. You know, it was a project that was really just too much for her to handle. And, you know, she just kind of handed off the project to me and said, hey, do you want this old rotten motorhome? Maybe it's something you'd like to play with. I know you like to do woodwork, and why not tackle this thing? So here I am. Free motorhome. Going to be about $5,000 in. And once it's all said and done, I mean, maybe I'll put this thing on the market. Maybe price it, you know, 12.5, 15,000, somewhere in that range. I mean, I could really pull in a lot of money with this thing, hopefully, and maybe move on to my next trailer. I actually have a 36-foot Coleman that's actually on property that my wife's family own. I'm going to be starting the renovation on that later on this summer, and then I actually have a Fleetwood pop-up that's actually right behind the motorhome. Once I get the interior done here, I'm going to be kind of refreshing it. It's perfect condition. Everything on it works beautifully. I've camped in it for the last couple of years. Canvas is all beautiful. Everything on it's amazing. I'll do an update video on it too. Maybe I'll do a full tour on it. Beautiful little camper. But yeah, just thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the videos, and just stay tuned for more. Thanks, guys.